Hi everyone, this is Natalie Licini from J. Ravel Photography. I'm excited today to demonstrate just how easy it is to design a beautiful album for a family. In this first album I'm going to design, it will document a little girl's first year, including her newborn, 6-month, and 1-year photo shoots with me at my studio. Now, as photographers, we document our clients' memories, but as storytellers, we create albums for them, which allows our clients to relive these memories over and over again. And as you know, today people are taking more photos than ever, but there are so many articles online warning us that we are the lost generation and we're at risk of losing an entire generation of images because people are not printing anymore. So it's important that we make the time, and it is so simple to make a beautiful, high-quality album. So I'm here to show you, so let's jump right in. So I use Smart Album software by Pixeloo. It's incredible. The customer service is great, and I think I'm going to design this in probably under 10 minutes, so let's see. So I'm going to double-click, and I'm going to design a new album. My client for this order wanted an 11 by 8 horizontal album. As you can see, album epoch is selected, so you'll have all of the details so that way it prints properly. I'm going to design the wedding album style. It's the highest quality album they have, and although this isn't a wedding, I do love this version of albums a little bit more than the event album for this client. So let's go and hit next. Now we have some template options. You'll see that there's all templates, templates without square frames. Then you can go templates only with 3:2 frame ratios. I tend to like all templates, or I might take out the square frames for this client. My background color is 99% of the time white. So let's get started. We'll hit start. Great. So we'll hit SA for Smart Albums. That's how I am able to later find my projects. And I'm going to hit Save. Now you'll see as this project loads just how easy it is to design the album. And I want to talk to you a little bit about my thought process on how I design. Now, as we go through the year with a client, they will select their favorite images to print, and they'll store their favorite images that will go into their album. So here we are. We are on the little timeline. What we do is we drag and drop images as we want to design. Now, as I design, I like to start and end each album with one of my favorite images, and I'll usually make it a double page spread. With this client, I know her favorite image was this one right here. So using the up and down key, I can actually move this around to find exactly what I want this to look like. Now I'm designing this to give you an idea how I see the world. It's just an idea. And what I like about opening the spread with a double page image, you'll see on this left area in a few moments, I'll add some text with her first name, maybe middle name, and her last name initial. So we're going to start here. So now we were going to potentially add a few more images of her newborn session. I might go right into images of her and add the parents in a moment. Okay. So I'm using the up and down keys. Great. So I love the look of this. I want to really isolate the cute little foot. So you'll see here on the right panel, there's a scale feature that allows me to scale. Same here. I might scale this and bring it down just a little bit. Great. So now you'll see I'm just dragging and dropping. I'm selecting 2 images, and I'm using the up and down key to find templates that I like. Now I really like this template. It seems simple because it is. So now let's go and pick the images with her parents. Now in my final album, I would probably have the father-daughter image in color as well. But I want to just show you right now, without any extra Photoshop, just how easy this is. You'll see there's this line right down the middle. I don't mind it as long as it's not going through someone's head. And we have the mom on the left, the dad on the right. And we're going to close the newborn with a large double page spread. I love this. And you'll see I can move this up and down using my mouse on the right side. And if I wanted, I could do this. I could bring it over. But, you know, I think I might just do this double page spread as large as possible. Okay, great. So now we're going to introduce her as she has turned 6 months. Oh, that's cute. Now let's say I want to change it up. Now I like my albums to have symmetry, so you'll see that I'm starting this 6-month session just as I did the first double page spread for her newborn. So I'm using the right and left keys. We'll bring you back here. So you'll see this is our first spread. Great. Now I love this image. I think I'm going to start here. And I'll just move the up and down arrows until I find the design that I love most. I'm going to keep it classic. Now when you're designing an album, I like to keep this in mind. It's very important that we design the album as though these are our children or our family. And when you do that and you put that much love and attention, I find that you will make the album absolutely perfect and it will be effortless. So with that said, I like to make the images as large as possible on each page to showcase each of the portraits and see the baby as large in the frame as possible. Okay. That's cute. Okay, so now we have our last series. Great. Now I think I'm a little crooked here, so I have to fix the angle. And I'm just a little bit off, but that's fine. I'm going to scale this to make her a little larger in the frame, and I'm definitely going to scale this one. It's precious. Good. Okay, so that concludes our 6-month portion. Now let's go into our last section. And as I mentioned before, I'm going to duplicate and follow the same format. That's such a cute picture, but you know, let's drag and drop and see if maybe something else fits. Now this doesn't work because it's in the gutter here, but let's try that one or this one. You know what? I think I might go with this one. It's cute. I see my angles off again, just a hint. Maybe, yeah, just, that's good. Okay. This will give me room here to add her name. And okay, and let's go. Now, I instead of doing 2 horizontals next to each other, which I could have done, I thought I'd pick a horizontal and a vertical, horizontal and a vertical. Since she's in the same outfit, I feel like this works. Super cute. Now I'm going to move this up just a little because you see this little white spot driving me nuts. So there we go. And we'll move this up so you can see her cute little feet. Great. Okay, and then we're going to close this spread with a beautiful double page spread. Let's see. Perfect. Okay. So, we just designed the album. I think we did it in 9 minutes. So here is going to be our opening spread for our newborn. You'll see I do have some common templates that I like. Find what you like and then try to use it throughout a session. Now actually I wanted to show you one more cool thing. You see this image here? I see a light and a socket in the background. I want to edit that. You know, the client may not see it, but I see it. So I'm just going to quickly edit it. So I'm just going right up here in Photoshop, my rectangular marquee tool, and I'm just going to select it. And then I'm going to hit delete for content aware. And there we go. Now what's interesting is when I save this and close out of this, something interesting happens. It automatically imports and updates my album. How awesome is that? Now let's just do one more because I see it on this image as well. So we're going to use our marquee tool, M, if you want a shortcut. We're going to select it, hit delete. Good. Perfect. I'm going to save that image. I'm going to close out. Great. And now it's updating. See how convenient? So our album is done. I want to show you two cool options. Now, most of us will proof our album designs to our clients. And Smart Albums has a very convenient cloud proofing software that allows you to export. So right here, we're going to export, and I leave off the password because it just makes things easier. And just so that I can test it to show you what it looks like, you know what? I'll use my personal email. And in a matter of about a minute, this will completely upload. Now, typically, I'll send the clients a message that says, "Dear client, I'm so excited to share this album with you. Kindly review this and please let me know if you have any changes." Included in your album design is one round of changes. If you need a second round of changes, we can happily do so for $95 per round. And if the client has any changes, whether it's editing requests or they want to change the layout or swap a photo, this is a convenient way for them to do so. So now I publish and send them the email. And any moment, my web browser will open and show you just how awesome this will be for clients. Okay, so now the clients will see this album, and what's nice is they'll come over here to the right and they'll be able to turn this like a book. They'll see where the gutter is, which is very important. And let's say in this image they decided, you know what, I want it to be color. They'll say, "Can you change this to color?" Great. So now I'm going to close out of that. Now if I open up my email, you'll see an email come through with some changes that were requested, and it's a really convenient way to easily make changes to an order. So I'm just going to close this for a moment. Oh, that's right. I think it's sent to my personal email. Sorry about that, everyone. So let's check my personal email and see if the changes are here. Okay. Okay, great. The changes are there. Perfect. Okay, good. So now let's pretend that your client has approved this. We will go in. We're going to open up our project and we are going to export to get the JPEG so that we can upload to Album Epica. And it's really simple. So we're going to go to File, cloud proofing, export and upload. Now, our clients have already seen it. We now want to export for print. So let's put this in a folder. Open. Great. Now we want all the spreads to be exported. Now there is one other thing that I like to do. When I design an album, as I stated earlier, I like to add the client's name. So what I do is I have these templates already created with beautiful font that I'm going to open. Here we go. So we have 3 templates. So I'm going to open all 3. And then what we're going to do is, as this album is exporting the files, I will go find it in my documents. Great. Okay, export is complete. Wonderful. All right. So I need 1, 6, and 10. 1, 6, and 10. Okay. So we'll start with 1. Okay. Now I'm basically just going to drag and drop and I'm going to place it right here in the middle. Now I am going to flatten this and save it. Okay. And now let's do our 6 month. Okay. So bring that over, line it up, and I need to get 6 months. Here we go. Can't forget that. Okay, so we will flatten. And now we will do our last one. And we're going to flatten this as well. Now it took us about 10 minutes to design the album. I showed you how to upload it to the convenient proofing system, and in our last step we are going to create a new order. So now my client had ordered a beautiful white album. I think it was the pure, Malaga. So we're going to go into new order. I'm going to show you how fast this is. And we're basically just going to drag and drop the files. You'll see here, you just want to double check that we have the text. Perfect, great. So now we're going to call this Reese 1 year album, ready to print. And it's a wedding album. We have 13 files in total. So even though it's 26 pages, it's how many we're uploading. So we're uploading 13. We'll hit save and proceed. And now we are going to select our horizontal 11 by 8. We want to ensure we pick that again with matte paper. We do not need color correction. And we are going to configure our album. And this is where it's extremely easy. Okay, so we are going to our Pure album, and we are going to select Malaga. Now these are alphabetical, so we just have to keep moving this little arrow. Here we go. Malaga 12. Great. So this is white, it's eco leather. And the first thing that we do is we select and configure the album. We can do a standard wedding box, a custom wedding box with a photo cover, or a case bag. I've fallen in love with these case bags. They just are very luxurious. With this order, I will add silver gilding, and I will say in the back, we'll put a little debossing stamp. Great. Oh wait, forgive me. We're not going to deboss this. We're going to add the photographer plate. And save and proceed. Okay, so we'll say Reese Elizabeth. Okay, the first thing we want to do is add a cover photo. So let's go back to our original and pick a cover photo. So now the client had selected, I think this was her favorite. So we're going to upload files. And then once we hit upload, then we can drag and drop. So you want to make sure you see this green screen and then release your files. If you do it too soon, it tends to overwrite the whole screen. So you just want to be a little patient. Great. Okay, now we are uploading our cover, and once it is, we want to select it. This is the one we want, and we get to drag and drop it to make sure we like how it's going to be placed. Perfect. Now obviously you don't want any yellow to show. You can zoom it, you can zoom out if you don't have that yellow showing. So I might zoom in just a hint. Good. Save and proceed. And then we are going to upload our files. Now, obviously, we just skipped a step. If we wanted to add parent albums or copies, we could do that in the last step. So let's select files to upload. And I'm going to hit Command A, and I'm going to drag and drop here. Now that it's green, I drag and drop. And these 13 files will take 3 minutes to upload. And as soon as that's done, it's going to give me a summary of everything that I've done, including selecting the color, adding the cover image, the leather, if I had parent or copy albums selected, and I can quickly order it. Now in this short tutorial, I have designed an album, customized text, showed you how to have your client proof the album very conveniently, and we have ordered the album. It couldn't get any easier. So I hope you enjoyed this quick demonstration, and please tune in next time as I design a boudoir album and maternity album. Thanks so much, everyone.